3-0 loss. How do you get over that, put it in the past, and what was the message to the team today?
Well, it's not easy because we didn't like the way we played. So you could, what I challenge them with is soccer's a team sport. So I could go from the first penalty. Okay, Brad gave the foul away. It was a penalty. There's no question. But what could his teammates have done on that play to help Brad in that moment? Second goal, okay? I've said that's on me, okay? Players stopped. But then again, what happened in that play? What was the circumstance in that play, in that moment, where Roman didn't, stay with his guy, knew who leaving the guy open in the box. Where did that play start from further up the field? So I'm going to hold my hand up, and then the rest of the group has to help Roman and Nuhu in that moment to try and prevent that goal. There were opportunities where, starting with the no handball call, where we were complaining with the referee higher up the field instead of just trying to get the ball back. And then the third goal, okay, look, Roman didn't clear the ball. But how did the ball get to that point? What were we doing up on the field? That play actually came from Kim Ki-hee passing the ball out of bounds because Nuhu was standing there, and those two guys didn't connect. So this is a team sport. So the challenge was, as we know, and I haven't done this recently in the past, but we watched all 3 goals that we took because they were uncharacteristically bad goals that we'd given up. And not just the singular play, the penalty, the tap in, or a missed clearance, but the entire sequence and how we can do better. So this wasn't one of my shining moments, but we're going to correct that. We're for sure going to correct that.
On offense, it seemed to be a little bit of a slog trying to get something going. Would you put that more to fatigue or tactics?
I think you got to give our opponent some credit. LA pressed us higher up the field, where we were able to get out of that press. The one time we did get out of that press, we almost scored. Bruin should have scored that header. 1-1 makes it a different game. We talked about that in film. So it's a team sport. So did we create enough clear chances? No, we did not. Did we try and get out of the half 1-0? Would that have been a different game? Yes. That second goal, I think, killed us. Then the third goal happened, and then you're chasing the game, and then it becomes a little dysfunctional because we moved to a 3-man back line, 5-man back, whatever you want to call it, trying to get the outside backs higher up the field. It was a little unorganized. So we're going to try and get back to what we know how to do best and create more chances that we can score goals.
The last minute of soccer that you guys played at CenturyLink didn't go the way that you would want it to. Is there any boost to knowing that you get to come home and you get 90 minutes to try to make all that right?
Yeah, out of the 2 games, look, out of the 2 games, I said that on Softy's show last night, out of the 2 games, that Philly game was a gut punch. Because then, nobody makes that big of a deal out of if we lose in LA, okay, it might have been expected. Road games are hard to win, whatever that is. But that Philly game, we should have done a little bit better, could have done a little bit better, whatever the game was, to try and collect 3 points out of that game. So that midweek game, that was a tough one. That was a tough one to overcome.
Going back to that midweek game, if you could go back, do you wish that you maybe would have made a couple more changes to give some guys rest?
No. Wish we would have won the game. You got to win your home games. And then we would have dealt with the next game, which was the LA away. And then we deal with the next game, which was Colorado home. You're constantly planning for the next game. So would I have made different changes had we won in Philly for the LA game? Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I would have. But not for that Philly game. I wanted to start a strong team. I felt I put the strongest team out there.
Is there any update on Harry Shipp or his prognosis for the weekend?
Harry will not be involved in the weekend. That's a longer-term injury, and it sucks. It sucks for Harry, sucks for the team, because he's been a big part of our run. But I have complete faith in Victor. He'll come on, do well. We still got plenty of other guys. And Wallace coming back. We can play Lamar out there. We've got options.
Is there any update on Brad Smith and how long he'll be out?
It's another 2 to 3 weeker. So he won't be featured in the next 2 home matches.
What's the injury?
Hamstring, right hamstring. They were sitting together on the training table, both of them. Same injury.
Raul is completely good.
Raul's fine, completely good. Everybody else, except for Jordan, Chenkum, everybody else is good. Full training.
After 2 games with bad results, what's the most important thing to do this Saturday? Set a
Play
quick
well.
start.
Play well. We will play up tempo. We will try and create chances. We'll try and put them under pressure at the right moments. It's stuff that we've done all year long. Same game plan.